Day.
I'm doing well, ready to go, Tony.
All right, let's get it rolling here. We go to the two competitive WAC conference. They've added some of these teams from Texas and beyond, and it's been quite. And of course, Gal Baptist, a team next to me. But it's been a little bit more of a competitive conference there. I've been following some of their games. I've been enjoying them. The home crowds have been pretty good there as well. New Mexico State here will host Stephen F. Austin here with Austin favor on the road too. Total 148.
Yeah, I mean, you have a Stephen F. Austin team that are winners here of the last 3 of 5. They're averaging 76 points a game here this season. New Mexico State, on the other hand, has been pretty, I don't know how to say it nicely, awful perhaps, losing their last 5 games here by an average of about 13.4 points. While averaging 73 points of offense themselves. I mean, that just means they're giving up just a ton here on defense if they're averaging 73 and getting beat by 13. So, yeah, I mean, on defense, they're giving up 92 points a game here over their last 3 conference games. They gave up 111 to Southern Utah and 89 to Utah Tech. So, I mean, those numbers are a little bit, skewed from their average. But again, it's kind of like, where are you or where have you been recently, and that's kind of how they're playing, just not great. Plus you have Stephen F. Austin here. They're pretty good shooters, 21st in the nation from 2 compared to 226th here for New Mexico State. Also even better from 3. They rank 13th in the nation, and New Mexico State 163. So I think if I take a look at it, both these two teams here play about the same tempo, so don't really have to worry too much about any surprises here on the court tonight. I think it's kind of almost a steal here in this situation with Stephen F. Austin only giving up a basket. I'll take them -2 today.
All right, Mindy says go ahead and take Stephen F. Austin here. Lay the 2 here against Mexico State. No, Stephen F. Austin, they're really known in the past for their defense and those lockdown teams. But New Mexico State, a team that's fallen. I kind of look at some of the coaches, the coaches here. I look at some of the names here: Neil McCarthy, Lou Henson, Reggie Theus, Marvin Menzies. Remember Marvin Menzies with those New Mexico State teams? Paul Rear, Chris Jans. All had pretty much success here with this New Mexico State team. But Craig Hare here in his first year in this conference, it has not been good, as this team has kind of hit the tank here, struggling here from the field. The free throws aren't following, and it's been really a struggle here for this Aggies team, a team that we expect to see near the top of the conference. Also, a team that's had success in that WAC tournament as well.
Well, and that's the thing. They didn't start off bad either, right? I mean, their record is 7-14. Well, I mean, if you take a look at, some of these losses here right at the end, I mean, that's been the bulk. So they haven't been terrible. But once they get into conference play, for whatever reason, they kind of lost touch, especially on their home court. So it's kind of interesting, why I guess they kind of, lost that mesh that they kind of had in the beginning. I kind of feel like they were clicking. I mean, it's not like they're not scoring points here, even though percentage wise, right, they're not great. It just means they're just out there firing. But a lot of that is they're down. So, I can kind of see a little bit why their numbers are down here, especially in the last, 2-3 games here. But I mean, being 0-5 against the spread here at home, it was like 1-9 in the last 10. I mean, they've been just really, really, struggling here as of late. And Stephen F. Austin, I think they've been kind of, taking advantage of some of these, conference victories here as well. I mean, they're playing their best ball here, even though they've had some losses. I still think they're playing some of their best ball right now.
Yeah, and of course, their biggest issue that right now for the Aggies has been their 3-point defense in the conference. Boy, giving up 42% shooting from 3. It also says here that the conference is a pretty good conference from 3, that they're pretty good shooting. When you give up 42% from 3, that means that you're going against teams that can hit threes, right? It's not all, that number is pretty high. And again, it's what we've talked. I've talked with Ramon about this with this conference, right? We've seen the Baptist, the Seattle teams, Sam Houston, the Southern Utah, who's locked in a massive battle tonight in this conference tonight. Of course, Utah Tech used to be Dixie State. And now Utah Valley's back in there. But yeah, it's the fact has actually speaks about volumes about this conference, how it's really they've upgraded here when you have a team giving up 42% from 3. That's the shooting.
Well, I think that's a lot of with philosophies on defense changing, and we've seen that a lot now, in the NBA too, right? But you talked about it; it's kind of maybe more age, getting able to run and go up and down the court. But I think philosophies have changed a little bit in some of these conferences as well. Like, if we're not going to have the biggest and fastest guys, we're going to try to go ahead and hustle and shoot from the outside, and we're going to take our chances there. Maybe we can just outplay them rather than maybe being able to get rebounds on the inside, and maybe shore that up by having good percentages from the free throw line. So I think that's kind of been maybe a little bit more of a change in philosophy in some of these conferences with how they want to keep up, if they want to be anywhere, be able to keep up with like the some of those top five conferences.
Stephen F. Austin, just looking at the overall numbers, they're ninth best three-point shooting team in the nation at 39%. And you're facing a New Mexico State team giving them 42% in conference from the three-point line here. Stephen F. Austin here laying the 2 against New Mexico State. This one to have a start time here of 9 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com where you've been on absolute fire here. You can see here 1,683 units of profit for 2023. It's been a fantastic start to the year for Mindy. Tonight we have some NBA on the board. We're down to 8 games now on that NBA card with the weather postponement there. Team Pistons unable to out of Dallas, and of course we got a lot of college hoops tonight. Again, we get these big cards now in college hoops. I didn't look NHL. Are we in action in NHL tonight, Mindy?
Only two.
Only two.
NHL, yes.
That's right.
So and then we're getting ready for the break, and then they won't have anything playing here till Monday.
That's right. We're hitting this will be the final 2 before the break comes here. Yes. All right. So what do you have going on over at the site?
Well, yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't have, caught the news, till later on this NBA game, except for I was in Discord and they brought it up. So I appreciate all the information that's flowing in and out of there. It's crazy how this weather pattern is, staying, south of us in Texas along the south, instead of us getting all the bad weather. So it's kind of maybe a little bit of a nice change, right? I mean, it feels so warm here today, being in the 20s or 30s instead of zeros. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't playing that Pistons Wizards game, but is canceled now due to weather. So I will have 4 plays in the NBA tonight. I still have that 5-pack up there because I already had folks purchase that, so there isn't anything I can do to adjust, right? So it's still one of those that I think it will just take. I'm not sure, Tony. I don't know how that works. I think it will just take the 4 games that do play, and if I still cash, then I'll get credit. Otherwise, if I don't come out on top with the 4 plays, then of course you'll get your money back there as well.
Credit's so you got to go 3 and 1.
Okay, but it does take into consideration that 5th game just not having it. Is that
right? It's just a 0. Yeah, it's just a 0. So you got to profit. You got to go 3 and 1 on that one.
All right. Well, I got to get it done then. And so then I also have my best bet in in the NBA here tonight as well. Also am pretty happy in college basketball. I have 5 plays tonight, so I have another 5-pack available for sale in college basketball. Been doing some pretty good work there. Been up about 1,700 units here this college basketball season. So doing pretty well on that one. So it's kind of exciting to be able to, share our knowledge here on Discord, share our knowledge on, game day picks here every day and on the morning Steam show. So as a whole, we can do better to beat Vegas. So again, have quite a few plays. You can go ahead and purchase for sale to get my best bets. And then, of course, instead of buying these plays individual, you can get longer term packages, something more like a 7-day, a 30-day also. And make sure you use the promo code TonyT to make sure you get the promotional discount code there as well. So pretty excited for the card tonight. I liked it a lot better than yesterday's.
That's right. So again, with me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, that promo code there, TonyT at checkout, will save you 20% off. And of course, Mindy in action with the NBA was from a 5 to a 4-pack. Also in college basketball, 5-pack up there from this today's card. Formerly priced there at $30. Profit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Also, best bet on the board from that Wednesday card. As Mindy was alluding to, the long-term passes will serve you well. The way Mindy's running, you may consider that 1-month all sports pass, 30-day all sports pass. We have sports here with lots of data. NBA, we got pretty much over half the season in. Lots of
Right.
college basketball in season, Super Bowl. We got a season full of data in NFL. So this is the time to get on here with Mindy, the data girl, which she looks at the
That's right.
numbers. So get on board with Mindy over at TonySpace.com. That 1 month all sports pass will get you all of Mindy's premium plays here from NBA, from college basketball, NHL as well as the Super Bowl. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save $66 off that price right now when you use that promo code. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab. Then you'll land right on Mindy's page where you see her great records here for this year. And of course, well, with the 24-hour clock moving now, it's 2,078 units of profit, so it's going up as the 24 hours clock moves. Here, we probably had some weekday action here, weekend action here, just adjusting the numbers here as we go here at this hour. Probably some morning college basketball, probably moving that up.
Yeah.
That's it. So get on board there with Mindy. You get the long-term passes that we sell, or you want to try it out with the one-day pass, so go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, also active there on the Twitter account we put together for Mindy at Tony's Picks Mindy. You can follow her there for more picks. And, of course, that Morning Steam show, great show again today as you covered the card for today and with you and Ramon on Saturday through Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do, right? I crunch the numbers and I try to give you guys a little bit of the highlights or lowlights from each team as we break down the full NBA, NHL card. We just have, a few games left here in, the other major favorite sport of ours, the Super Bowl for the NFL. So that'll be coming up here in a week's time or so. So yeah, I mean, again, like we said, it's a great time to get one of those 30-day passes. And then also, if you take a look at where the Morning Steam team has been over the last 30 days, there has also been a whole bunch of winning in that group, and they come back and tell us every day on how they are just going out there and giving it to Vegas every night. So it's pretty exciting to see how the folks come and again, it takes two of the greatest minds here in sports handicapping and then get that information, do their due diligence, and go out there and make plays. I mean, some of them are saying, "Hey, I was 7-0 last night," and we know that on the Morning Steam, we were 5-2. So we know that you're out there making your own plays and just getting the knowledge and computing that back out to wins versus Vegas. So it's pretty exciting to see how the team has come and that we're all doing this together. So make sure you catch the Morning Steam show. Got a big one here again for you tomorrow. But you can catch us every Saturday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Central. And then also, you can find me on Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy, where I have a pick in today's big game, Creighton versus Georgetown. So you can go ahead and take a look at that one on Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy. Go ahead and do a like, follow, retweet, trying to get our social media built up all over so we can be the biggest sports betting handicappers around. So yeah, check us out at Tony'sPicks.com as well, and you can see where we look on the leaderboard. Take a look at Morning Steam. Take a look at some of those packages. We're doing really well. I'm excited.
That's right, doing very well there with Mindy, of course, from on that Morning Steam show. Check it out there. And, of course, Mindy on Tony's Picks Mindy. And, of course, also fantastic results here from Mindy with her premium plays on the site. Number one for 2023, all documented at Tony'sPicks.com. So go ahead and get signed up for that 1 month pass. All right, Mindy, continue that great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. We'll see ya.
You got it. Mindy Hahne here on a game.